Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Monday, August 28, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Washington Nationals vs Toronto Blue Jays. Our team pick is Washington Nationals run line. And here is why. Washington enters this game ranked second to last in the NL East and having won their previous 3-game series on the road against the Marlins. In their most recent 2-1 loss, Trevor Williams got the start and the loss for the Nationals, throwing 7 innings and allowing 5 hits that resulted in 2 runs while striking out 5 and walking 2. Mason Thompson came in and threw a scoreless 8, with there being no need for a 9th inning as the Nats were shut out in the top of the 9th. On the offensive end, the Nationals totaled 7 hits but only 1 run in the game. Joey Menezes had the team's only multi-hit game going 2-4, while Dominic Smith had the team's only RBI with a sac fly in the 3rd. Overall, it was a tough loss for the Nationals as the Bats just didn't have what it took to sweep the Marlins. Opting for the Nationals to incur a loss by a margin of fewer than 2 runs in this game is backed by a couple of reasons. Recently, the Nationals have demonstrated solid performance by winning their last 5 series, in contrast to the Blue Jays, who have suffered defeats in their previous 2. Choosing the run line under these circumstances is more of a customary practice, as there remains a possibility that the Nationals could secure a victory in this matchup. While they might not hold a clear advantage on the pitching front, Josiah Gray is expected to competently keep the game closely contested against the Blue Jays' Kevin Gausman. Gray maintains a season ERA of 3.85, while Gausman stands at 3.23. Beyond the initial starters, concerns have arisen regarding the Blue Jays bullpen after their loss to the Guardians yesterday, and my confidence in their performance on consecutive days is limited. The Nationals' recent momentum is anticipated to persist, allowing them to maintain a competitive stance in this game. It's advisable to add some money line stakes as a precautionary measure. In terms of recent trends, the Nationals have secured victory in 7 of their last 10 games overall, while the Blue Jays have encountered defeats in 4 of their past 5 matches. Moreover, historical matchups between these teams have seen the Nationals prevail in 5 of their last 6 encounters, further enhancing my confidence in opting for the Nationals run line. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs. And here is why. Over 8.5 runs. And here is why. Taking the over in this game for a couple of reasons. While we do see a good starting pitching matchup, each pitcher should give up their fair share of runs, and I have little to no faith in either bullpen. Josiah Gray has a 3.85 ERA, and Kevin Gausman has a 3.23 ERA himself. Based upon average, we should see a total within 5 or 6 runs in the first 5 innings. The remainder of the game would be covered by each team's bullpen, which should easily allow 2 or 3 runs after their mishaps in each team's previous series. In terms of trends, the Blue Jays have gone over in their past 2 games, while the Nationals have gone over in 3 of their past 5. In addition, when these teams have faced off in the past, they have gone over or pushed in their past 5 games overall, making me all the more confident in taking the over for this game. Houston Astros vs Boston Red Sox. Our team pick is Houston Astros moneyline. And here is why. Houston picked up a big win on Sunday afternoon, beating Detroit 17-4 in Motown. The series-winning victory kept the Astros in the hunt for a division title, as they're currently just 1.0 game behind the Mariners. The Rangers are also in the mix, sitting in a tie with the Astros for second. Houston will need to step up its play down the stretch, as the reigning champs are just 4-6 in their last 10 games, compared to Seattle's 9-1 mark. The Red Sox had a tough weekend series as they dropped 2 of 3 games to the Dodgers. That includes Sunday's rubber match, a 7-4 defeat, which held Boston in 4th place in the AL East. The Red Sox are currently 69-62 and sit 12.5 games back of the division-leading Orioles. Boston is 4.5 games out of the wild card after going 6-4 in its last 10 games. The upcoming Monday night game is projected to be quite competitive, evident from the fact that the Red Sox hold a mere -124 moneyline favorite status, while the Astros are positioned at +112 to clinch victory in this American League clash. Given this scenario, I find it hard to overlook the appealing odds on Houston as a minor underdog. Their recent performance in the weekend series demonstrated their strong gamma play, securing 2 wins and outscoring the Tigers 26-6. In addition, the Boston lineup has demonstrated impressive stats against Chris Sale, with a slash line of .291, .360, .544 across 103 at-bats against a left-handed pitcher. Notably, Houston has managed to hit 7 home runs and 5 doubles off Sale. Adding to this, the bullpen comparison leans in favor of Houston, with a 9th ranking ERA of 3.79 and a 15th ranked WHIP of 1.29. In contrast, Boston occupies the 18th spot, 4.12 in ERA, and the 23rd position, 1.37 in WHIP. Anticipating a game characterized by a higher scoring count, the bullpen advantage tips the scales in favor of the Astros, offering them a better chance of securing a victory. Our total pick is over 9.5 runs. And here is why. As I was hinting at above, I am expecting a barnburner at Fenway Park. For starters, these two sides just played 4 games in Houston last week, and 3 of the games saw at least 10 runs. Considering we're heading to Fenway, which always feels like a hitter's park, I think we'll see a ton of runs. The bottom line here is that both of these offenses are heating up. Houston is ranked 6th overall in runs scored, 657, while Boston is right behind them at 7th, 654. They've also both been profitable over teams, as Boston is 68-63, 53.1% to the over, while Houston is 68-61-3, 52.7%. Let's not overthink this one, give me the over. Texas Rangers vs New York Mets. Take the Mets. And here is why. In their last game, the Rangers were on the road and lost to the Minnesota Twins 7-6 in 13 innings, and for the first time since early April they are not atop the AL West. In the loss, Jonah Heim had a grand slam, and JP Martinez went yard for his first career HR. On the season, Texas is the 2nd highest scoring team in the majors and ranks 14th in team ERA. Atlas Garcia, .250 32 HR 94 RBI, ranks 4th in baseball in RBI and has 2 RBI over the last 6 games on 2 solo HRs. Corey Seager, .341 24 HR 79 RBI, would be ranked tied for 2nd in batting average if he had enough at-bats, and he had 6 hits in 3 games before only 1 hit in the last 2 games. On the season, the Rangers are 31-33 on the road. New York had 9 hits in the game, and Pete Alonso and Francisco Alvarez each had an RBI. On the season, the Mets ranked 19th in team ERA and tied for 19th in runs scored. Alonso, .233 39 HR 96 RBI, ranks 3rd in baseball in both HR and RBI and had gone hitless in 4 games before going 2 for 4 in the last game. Francisco Lindor, .255 24 HR 79 RBI, ranks 2nd on the team in HR and RBI and is riding a 13-game hitting streak. On the season, New York is 32-30 at home. Once appearing to have a guaranteed spot in the playoffs, the Rangers are now in a tie for the 2nd AL wild card position, with the Blue Jays and Red Sox hot on their heels. Their recent performance has been concerning, losing 9 out of their last 10 games and slipping to 2 games under .500 on the road. The team's batting lineup has encountered difficulties over the past 10 games, and they're unlikely to find much success at the plate in this matchup against Megill. He has displayed strong pitching form in 4 of his last 5 home starts. Gray's recent performances have been inconsistent, marked by a rough outing where he conceded 5 runs in his last start. In fact, he has allowed 4 or more runs in 3 of his past 4 starts on the road. It's likely he'll encounter challenges in this game, and similar to his last 3 appearances, he might not receive much offensive support from the lineup. In this context, the Mets are poised to secure their 2nd consecutive win, while the struggling Rangers are projected to suffer their 10th loss in 11 games. Take the under 9 runs. And here is why. The Rangers rank 2nd in the majors in runs scored, and while they have scored 6 runs in each of their last 2 games, their lineup has not been potent in the last couple of weeks. That is especially the case when Gray has taken the hill, as in his last 3 starts, the lineup has only helped him with 5 runs of support. Look for that trend to continue, as they will not do much at the plate facing Megill, who has pitched well at home this season. Gray will give up some runs but not many, and with Megill giving up less, this will be a lower scoring game, which means the under is the pick.